In the heart of San Francisco's most affluent enclave, where the Golden Gate Bridge loomed in the distance, stood the imposing Blackwood estate. Its wrought iron gates gleamed under the pale September 2027 sun, guarding a mansion so pristine it seemed untouched by time. Perfectly manicured hedges lined the stone driveway, whispering wealth and power. But behind those flawless walls, a storm brewed. At the center was Elise Thornton, the 30-year-old wife of tech mogul Victor Thornton. Elise was a vision tall, with cascading auburn hair and piercing green eyes that could freeze you in place. She didn't walk. She commanded the air around her, draped in designer silks, her every step a performance of untouchable elegance. Yet, her beauty masked a vicious streak. Her words cut like knives, and her cruelty was legendary. Housekeepers, always black women from struggling neighborhoods, faced her wrath, slaps, shoves, and venomous insults targeting their race and roots. In just 6 months, 10 had fled, some in tears, others scaling fences in the dead of night, barefoot and desperate to escape. The neighborhood whispered of a curse. No black maid could survive Elise's reign. Enter Amara Hayes, a 28-year-old single mother with unyielding resolve in her dark brown eyes. She arrived at the estate, clutching a worn bag with a photo of her daughter, Lila, a frail 7-year-old battling a heart condition in Oakland General Hospital. Amara wasn't here for herself, she was here for Lila's life-saving surgery, a cost far beyond her means. The job's high pay was her only hope, despite the chilling tales of Elise's cruelty. As she stepped through the gates, the staff's stern head housekeeper Clara Reed, aloof chef Evelyn Grant, and skeptical driver Leo Carter watched her with pity. Their silent message was clear: you won't last. Elise's first test came swiftly. Amara, tasked with polishing the marble foyer, knelt to scrub when Elise descended the grand staircase in a sapphire gown. Without warning, she tipped a glass of scalding coffee onto the floor, smirking as it stained the stone. "This was spotless before you," she sneered, her voice dripping with contempt. "Clean it. Now." The staff watched, whispering, as Amara scrubbed in silence, her face burning but her hands steady. In her mind, only Lila mattered. 3 months, she vowed. For her. Elise's attacks grew bolder. One morning, Amara found her uniform replaced with a flimsy, transparent gown, a humiliating jab at her dignity. Wearing her own faded jeans, she faced Elise's public scorn. "Are these rags what you're used to? This isn't your slum." The staff's snickers stung, but Amara stood tall, her silence a quiet rebellion. Elise's frustration mounted. Amara's composure was a defiance she couldn't break. Victor, often absent in his tech empire, began to notice. One evening, he overheard Elise berate Amara over a near miss with a priceless jade figurine. "You'll never own anything this valuable," Elise hissed, striking Amara's cheek. Amara didn't flinch, only murmuring, "I'll do better, ma'am." Victor, watching from the shadows, felt a pang of unease. He'd ignored the rumors of Elise's cruelty, but now he saw her unmasked. "You don't need to be so harsh," he said, his voice sharp. Elise faltered, unaccustomed to his challenge. A crack formed in her perfect facade. The mansion became a battleground. Elise staged accidents: a spilled wine glass, a shattered vase, blaming Amara to break her. Yet Amara endured, her silence louder than Elise's rage. The staff's disdain softened. Clara's stern glances turned to nods of respect. Victor watched closer, intrigued by Amara's strength. Then, one stormy afternoon, everything shifted. Amara, cleaning near Elise's room, heard a muffled sob. Peering inside, she saw Elise crumpled in a chair, her flawless mask gone, tears streaking her face. "They all looked down on me," Elise whispered, her voice raw. "Victor's family, his friends, they think I'm just a gold digger." Amara, against all instinct, stepped closer. "I understand, ma'am," she said softly. Elise's eyes widened. "How could you?" Amara's voice steadied. "Every day I endure here is for her. I know what it's like to feel less than." Silence hung heavy. Elise saw Amara not as a maid, but as a mother, fierce and unbroken. Shame flickered in her eyes. That night, Elise lay awake, haunted by her cruelty. She'd built her cold armor to shield her own insecurities, but Amara's resilience exposed her weakness. The next morning, She handed Amara an envelope with cash and a note. Take today off. Visit Lila. Amara, stunned, rushed to the hospital, holding her daughter's frail hand, tears mixing with joy. Lila's weak smile fueled her hope. Days later, Elise invited Amara to a charity gala at the Fairmont Hotel. You belong there, she insisted. Amara, in a gifted gown, stood beside Elise as she introduced her. This is Amara Hayes, the strongest woman I know. Gasps followed as Amara shared Lila's story. Dr. Sarah Bennett, a renowned philanthropist, pledged to cover Lila's surgery. Tears fell as Amara realized her daughter would live. Back at the mansion, the air lightened. Clara, Evelyn, and Leo greeted Amara with warmth. Victor, moved by her impact, thanked her for restoring peace. One morning, Elise called Amara to her study. You've changed this house, she said. I want you to manage the staff, take Clara's role. You've earned it. Victor agreed, placing a hand on Amara's shoulder. You're a gift to us. Elise handed her a key to a new apartment on the estate, a home for her and Lila. Overwhelmed, Amara moved in, gazing at the gardens, her heart full. She'd found not just a job, but her worth. The mansion, once a prison, became a place of hope. Elise, humbled, began to heal, inspired by Amara's strength. Together, they learned that true power lies in compassion, not cruelty. What do you think? Was Elise's change genuine, or just a reaction to being exposed? Should Amara forgive her after all the pain? How far should compassion go when someone's been cruel? Share your thoughts below, like, and subscribe for more gripping stories. Word count, 2,000 characters.